Thank you so much, Program Director, for affording me this opportunity. Let me thank the Chair for the kind words. Let me recognize the presence of the Chair, Hussein. Thank you so much, the CE, Father Hamish, and the Program Director as well, is responsible for TKZN, the captains of industry who are here, and the entire board, TKZN, and Dube Trade Board follow. Thank you so much for ensuring that this becomes a success. I'm told already the PDG Pukuma from Atia and the house is full. I can just tell you, Program Director, that whoever designed this machine, it's very good cosmetic, but I don't understand science. Let me just give you I'm just telling you that I wrote. Let me recognize Ugamabaso and Makunga for ensuring, because our task is brief today as well assigned just to talk and tabulate some of the things that, because we have skewed equations. We have captains of industries, those who are regarded as the head, those who own the means of production. What occupies their brain set, maximize profit, always produce, harvest at the end. Then you have the entry element. Those who are previously disadvantaged, you have never benefited in the system, and you have to ensure that you balance the equation, because we have to catapult the tube. Already they have who say that just give me this platform, I'm able to invest from other coffers, other people's money in the form of a bank, FDIs and all those things. Then you have those who will not have that profile, that you can go to an institution, the banking sector, and take money, which is why we also recognize the CEO Etala, which is a Mumtandas, all Malan, yes, I believe the CEO, Moses Kotane, as well, Advocate Konumakeza. Let us recognize them, not Dr. Udameni. So today, it's 10 years later, we have this big facility called Dube Trade Port. We have this giant and iconic area called King Shaka Airport. How I wish Hussein, the media, because they are also recognized the fourth estate, when they leak, they must be thorough in their leaking process. It was once at some point in time in the PC of the ANC of KwaZulu-Natal, they realized that Louis Botha is smaller in terms of size. You can't grow it any further, and it carries the burden of being a keynote area, but with an apartheid traces, something ought to be done. Then the PC of that time resolved that we must move to a strategic area. You will imagine that in that PC, you'll have a lot of people who will be saying that, but Louis Botha is closer to Mlazi, strategic, people are going to lose jobs and all those things. Later on, there was a team that were deployed in the government who were assigned, go and fly in that Lamesi zone, in that belt. They flew the report called the match, the means, and at some point in time they told, they regard what was called the transitional advisors, that they must do something. Koloban knows the story, because Koloban don't believe in this concept of transitional advisors. They will always give you a story that is not beneficial to the processes. They came, they said, this place is not viable enough to have an airport and a specialized economic zone. We defied against all odds. Today we have this. Today we are saying that Richards Bay ITZ will be declared, has been declared as the energy hub. It will host a 134 billion pipeline in South Africa. It's going to be big. It will have 20,000 megawatts. Just this morning, I had an engagement and a journey, the Premier and the Minister of Electricity. The process and the project is rolling. That 3,000 is going to boost the outlook and the scopic view of South Africa as a country. On top of that, gas to power, we've got 750 megawatts from Mabasa, which is going to entice and attract more investors. We are glad that you've invested in this area, and I'm glad, Mrs. Kwambe, that you are able to articulate what government stands for. We are the current government, but we are the government that must enhance the material condition for investors to come and invest in our school. That has already taken effect, but from time to time we will intervene, which is why our policies will talk about BE. If we see there is not enough, we'll design a framework that whatever you do, just understand that South Africa as what it is because of the founding father Nelson Mandela and his organization address the imbalance of the past by taking those ordinarily would not qualify to be regarded as the captain of industry. So we are delighted that a lot has happened, and today we're opening this space which is critical. HRMP is 100% African black owned today, thanks to this government. Ordinarily African wouldn't own endaweni enjeni. And niyazi ukuthi 30 years ago it was not going to be possible. In fact, 30 years ago, black and white Indian colors wouldn't meet in this fashion. Because if you go to Limpopo, there were benches, black and white. Today we are able to meet because of the ANC government. And unashamedly, we must just continue to raise upward that process. And that trajectory is something that is key for us. Whatever you see that is gigantic in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, it is because of the ANC deployees. From the word go 94, the transport in the province of KwaZulu-Natal was given to Comrade Spusi Sondebele, who is currently an ambassador and a former ambassador. What you see as the road, even in the corridor, it's because of that deployee of the ANC. Today, you have Speaker said we've got Nkosi, Albert, Luthuli, because of Dr. Zwelinki's was just deploy, assign and change the scope. What you see in agriculture, others currently own the land. It was because of Makai. The issue of the scopic means, even this, it is to the blood of Mabia Kul, who was there to say that this, it is going to happen. We want investors, but investor confidence will not be viable if our people are not going to partake in that journey. So it is all because of that. And I'm sure we've proven, I've always said, program director, that we liberated even the white when we took over this country. Just imagine when we were excluded in the sport, you wouldn't have seen the rose of this world. You would not have seen the Fef du Plessis. The rugby that we see, that collaboration, the Erasmus of this world, wouldn't be recognized and even get the doctorate. It is all because of this caring government that fought, and a non-racial character is embedded on that government. We want this to continue, and we will make sure. I thought I'm not going to talk about the campaign. After the 29, the ANC will be back in power, continuing with what we have started. Just blink for a second and think what will happen if the country and the province of South Africa will be ruled through coalition. It's a serious mess. It's something that is abnormally been experienced because a lot of things, you know, the bureaucratization. Some of the EIA will take probably 4 years before the project, if you're for a coalition. You'll have a lot of voices contradicting each other. It's better that we have this and we want to invest more. Our people must just understand that now is the time that they must get hold of these opportunities. And we are critical that we want to attract more internship in this project. Mrs. Kwam, in your optic fiber, our people, your ordinary DUT student, you KZN Mangosuthu, they must come and learn the same Mapung. And sizoletha institutions like Toyota, Esfuna Bakule, Babekona. And in that process, we'll guard it jealous that our people are also partaking and our people are benefiting in the process. That's a message for today, that enjoy yourself. And I know I've already highlighted that the captains of industries, in their brain set, how they wired, they are understanding that money has given motives. I've already said that in terms of economics. You only that when you enter into university, you think that money is something else and the current. No, you'll be taught by economics that it has 4 motives. The first motive is transactional motives. The second motive is speculative motive, where someone will invest for the future purposes. Another motive is precautionary motive. Just in case there is a fight between Russia taking place, NATO that is taking place in Ukraine, I must say that by the end of this war, I must have more grain stored so that I could benefit. Just right now, Israel is killing the people of Gaza. People are precautionary investing, either for the end of the war, either for the perpetuation of that war. Then there's another motive called profit motive at the end of it. That's how money is designed, and we must always understand that at the end of the day, let us preserve the spirit of Ubuntu, let us love each other, let us defend the gains that has been done. South Africa is a beloved country. We want everyone to feel welcome, but you must understand that there are laws that must be adhered to, and this journey of this SSZ must continue and continue for the betterment of our people. Thank you so much for that.